Welcome to On Your Feet Clinic, where we have amazing fast technology and a passion for putting our patients first. My name's Catherine Woolsey, and I'm here with
Shin.
And Ryosuke.
And we are the Datavators, here to bring you the swiftest and cleanest database for your company today. Donata Diario, founder and CEO of DataZ, explained it this way: without a systematic way to start and keep data clean, bad data will happen. This is why we are here, to solve the problem of bad data in your system, because clean data is a part of every successful equation. But to start, what kind of company is this? On Your Feet Clinic is a locals doctor's office whose purpose is to serve students and locals. They have ownership of 2 clinics in Fayetteville and a staff of 10. Patients wanting an appointment can schedule online or in person on location. Employees can also track their customers' basic information in the old system, but we thought this wasn't quite enough, so we're going to try something new. We started by discovering the main issues in the current system in order to properly solve those problems in the new system. Some of the problems we discovered from the database were an inability to properly and sufficiently track cash flow in and out, whether it be leasing from a building or salaries. We found that they were having a difficult time tracking in a clean way the inventory on stock, as well as organizing it in a way that can be easily found, and finally, properly meeting all the patient's needs. So before we started creating the new system, we wanted to go through some of the requirements that we for sure wanted to be a part of the new systems. Some of the requirements we want to include is a patient sign up and login on the website. We wanted to keep the record of the patients. We wanted to let patients reserve their visit. We wanted to keep the expense record, whether it be building, rent cost, item, salary. We wanted it to calculate revenue for the clinic, and we wanted it to have a register vendor and item. But who really will be affected by this new system? This must be considered before the creation of a new program. The stakeholders of our company include, but are not limited to, our owners, the employees, the existing patients, as well as future patients, and then the vendors.
Okay, so this is our ELD diagram. And so as it shows, patients can have multiple appointments, and the patient also can have multiple sets order. And employees can have multiple salaries, and vendors can have multiple items. And the salary, building, item, sales order, it is connected to revenue.
So we have a 8 database that including a patient, items, sales order, vendor, employee, building, appointments, and revenue. And the patient will store our patient's information such as first name, last name, and password and email, something like that. And the items will store price and units. And the sales order will store patient sales order, price, and patient's ID. And vendor will store information such as vendor ID, vendor name, vendor address, vendor phone number. And the employee will store employee ID, employee name, address, phone. And the building will store building name, rent, and year, month, day. And the appointment will store information such as preferred time, preferred day, and reason to visit. And the revenue will store information that gather from items and page sales order and the employee and the building that will sum up and calculate the revenue. And we have 7 pages that including home pages, and the pages for patients are just 3 pages: sign up, sign in, and appointment, and pages for employees like checkout, check information, and revenue. So now I'll show you our prototype. And there are 3 buttons on right side. It's just a mock screen, so we'll implement these 3 buttons to our On Your Feet Clinic page. So if we click sign up, we'll go to sign up page and just fill out the information. Choose state. and click submit. And this is a sign-in for patients, user email and password. Click sign in. And this is an appointment request page. Choose a preferred day and a preferred time and a reason to visit. Just put no. So it's success and see you at the clinic. So it's end for patients. Yeah.
And now we can go to the employee login. And employee login for the employee information is already stored. So just like put their employee name like Clark and a password 1111 in this case and login. And now you have three options: checkout, check information, revenue. And now we can go to checkout first. In the first column is the patient sales order. So we put the last name of patient and the first name. And in case there's a multiple patient that has the same name, we can choose patient ID out of it. In this case, we choose 7.
Yeah.
And consulting fee and item name. And when you choose the item name, the item price will pop up. In this case, we choose the DP as an item, and the price is 10 each, and the quantity 1. And adding those together, and the amount due is $110. And this sales order took place 2000 December 12th, and submit. And now those information are sent to our SQL server and stored in there. And employee pages, yeah, we put the last name, first name, and it works almost the same as our patient sales order. And you can choose the employee ID in case there's multiple employees that have the same name, and salary amount, and a year, month, day. And when you click submit, it is also stored in the SQL database. And items, vendors, building. So let's look at the fourth column, vendors. So you can put vendor's name, address. Yeah, vendor's name 111, address 111, 1, phone 1111111, whatever, and email. And submit. And successfully registered. And go to items column. You type in the item name, and the unit price, and unit, like how many units you're putting in the store, and vendor ID. So like we just did, and we add the vendors information, and we can choose the vendor's ID from what we add in the fourth column. And we type amount, year, month, day, and submit. And those information is registered in a database. And the building, so we put the amount of rent, and the year, month, days, like when this payment took place. And we can submit that too. Amount was charged, and back. Now we can check the information. It's pretty simple. Patient information. Okay. The first one, patient, and show. It shows like patient ID, first name, last name, like all the patient's information will pop up in this data grid view. Employee, the same thing. But like we didn't choose. And so at this time we only add one person, one employee, but we can add later, of course. And items, do the same thing. and sales history. The same thing. And go back. And revenue. So the first column is a revenue per day. So you type in a year, a month, day, and we calculate, and it will show the total sales and the rent, like how much rent was, and how much your items cost, and how much salary was, and so like total sale minus rent, minus item, minus salary, is the daily sale. In this case, minus 23,880. Group box 2 is a revenue per month. The function is the same. So total sales is 2,606, and total sales minus rent expense, minus items expense, minus salary expense is monthly sales. Group box 3 is a revenue per year. Yeah, in this case, our total sales are minus rent expense, minus items expense, minus salary expense, and yearly sales is minus 34,000 or 490. And go back. And that was it for the program.
So lessons learned from this project is error handling and data type mismatch and misunderstanding of requirement and the better communication. And for error handling, there's a lot of like errors and SQL typing error, and there's a type mismatch on SQL and C#. So it was hard to fix our errors, and there's still some errors so we had to work on, but we learned a lot of coding from this project.
And misunderstanding of requirement. So we knew the goal, what was our goal, but just while coding we started going away from on the right track. So we needed like timely review ourselves and make sure what is our goal, and each time we found a problem or whenever we are going off the track, trying to get back to the right track.
And then lastly is just communicating better between group members and sharing the work between each other. Sometimes it's difficult to split up for the database because some of us start working and then you just kind of start finishing it up. And so that was something that we could have worked on for this project. But that is our presentation, and if you have any questions or concerns about how we did it, just send us an email. We are willing to work with you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for everything, and there's our presentation.